Hello and welcome to the latest edition of the TRBusiness Adapt and Survive Skype video series. Today we are joined by Severine Lanthier, Chief Strategy and Development, Lagardere Travel Retail. Severine is in her second spell with the company. She first joined in 2004 to launch its Chinese operations and was CEO of that area of the business until 2008. She then went on to manage several business development initiatives in Europe. Hi Severine.
Hello, Andrew. How are you?
I'm good. It's great to meet you virtually.
Thanks. I'm pleased as well.
And I hope that once this horrible crisis is over, we'll be able to meet somewhere around the world in person.
That will be great.
Okay, so just to kick things off, most importantly, before we get into anything to do with the business, I just wanted to ask how you are, how your family are, and how you've been coping with the COVID-19 pandemic.
Thanks, Andrew, for asking. Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. And I must say that I'm quite lucky. I've been locked down since 3 months now with my husband and my children. France has reopened cautiously, carefully, and slowly this morning. So we see some light at the end of the tunnel. But yes, so I hope you're fine as well.
Yeah, as I say, we at TRBusiness we work. We all work at home, so we've just been trying to carry on as normal, which is not always been easy, but we've been doing the best we can. As I say, congratulations on your appointment, and wishing you all the luck for the future. Can you just give us a brief summary of your role and the plans you have moving forward?
Yes, with pleasure. Just maybe I'll start rewinding a little bit, just giving some more background. So as you said earlier, I started in Lagardère back in 2004 in China until 2015, when after 3 years setting up and managing the Italian subsidiary of Lagardere Travel Retail, I decided to join Gucci and Kering Group, where I spent 5 great years understanding from the other side and developing luxury in travel retail. Now I'm back in Lagardère Travel Retail. I'm very happy to be back, and I'm in this newly created role to oversee business development, strategy, innovation, as well as external communication. So all three together have really a critical role to play in helping our business to recover from the current crisis and build even stronger foundation for the future growth. So I believe this move is a proof of confidence that better days are ahead of us. This crisis may be the most serious we've ever faced in travel retail, but we are confident that people and customers will want to travel again and that the traffic will pick up. So my job is now to prepare for this return to growth and help us to adapt to the new environment by driving ambitious business development and innovative strategies.
Okay, and obviously, as part of your new role, you're going to be leading the retailer's innovation program, I think you kind of alluded to that just now. As the pandemic continues to evolve, how big a need is there for innovation and now and in the future, and why?
That's a wide question, no? Because innovation means everything, but for sure what is clear now already today is that innovation is a critical axis of the post-COVID era, no? So innovation is one of Lagardère Travel Retail core values. There has always been a strong focus on innovation within the group, and in 2017, so I was not there anymore and not back yet, but Lagardère Travel Retail has structured its innovation approach by developing a very ambitious innovation strategy, which relies on a strong ecosystem, both external, with startup accelerators, universities, etc., and internal as well, with our community of innovation boosters that enables in local markets to really drive innovation strategies. So this has been operational for a while now, and I think what is important is that this is critical today in current environment, because we need to adapt and make changes at very quick pace. We have no time to waste now. And so we need innovative solution seekers everywhere. So, I mean, that's something, back on the example, because you were referring to China before, I think I'd like to share with you what Lagardere Travel Retail has done in China to offset quickly the drop in sales, sorry. We've been able to leverage on our big database of customer in our loyalty program, and to open new sales channels through WeChat, TikTok, live video streams. And this for me is an innovative, quick action that we've put in place. And of course, the crisis will foster a real need for innovation on all dimensions. And so I'm pleased that we have the foundation in Lagardere Travel Retail, and that we will be able to make this possible.
Yeah, as I say, innovation going forward is going to be so important, and if we can start mobilising for that now, so we can capitalise once the recovery gathers even more pace, it will help us come out on the other side. Just wanted to ask you about partnerships. I mean, I imagine partnerships are going to be a focus for you as you try to focus on this innovation pipeline. Just how important are partnerships in terms of building the fundamentals for the future with travel retail and duty free in mind, and why? And how will you look to focus on this in your new role?
I personally strongly believe in partnerships, and I think Lagardere Travel Retail, which has been for me a long partner, has always had a tailor-made approach with landlords and brands. And in order to build strong partnerships, it's not a one fits for all, no? And this is how you can base it on trust and long-term vision. So for me, this crisis will be an opportunity to go further into this, to reshape and strengthen those partnerships. And because we need to be agile and creative now, as we were referring to innovation before, on all kind of partnerships and business models. So I think we have a wide toolbox, I must say, on how we partner with partners, upstreams with landlords. So for example, we should pick some of the tools of that toolbox, no, and find solutions, innovative solutions that we can develop further based on needs and expectation, based on what we see today, what is the post-COVID era, no? So with landlords, I think there is a good solution that needs to be addressed in order to respond to this new volatile consumption habits that we're going to face, is the master concession. I think it really offers agility in terms of concept, offer and services. So of course, Lagardere Travel Retail with its 3 business lines, so with the multi-segment business model, is the only operator that can effectively propose this model and be agile and react quickly. No, another one that the DAG referred to last week, and I'm sure you heard of it. No, is the fact that today, with the collapsing traffic, the MAG and the fixed rent are not relevant anymore. So we need to think of new partnership, new ways to collaborate with our landlords, and profit sharing is something that we all need to think about. And this goes also downstream with our partners, brands, suppliers, the challenges is and will be the same, no? And I'm well positioned to know that that travel retail will remain an important channel for brands, especially as the showcase to the world. But we need to find together the right business model and the right partnership to make travel retail economically sustainable on the long term. So we need to share risks and offer unique opportunities to customers. So given the speed of change in our world, I really much believe in strong partnerships once again, and relationships that enable agility to be sure to have a mutual win-win or gain situation for everyone.
You mentioned the concession model. There's been much has been made of much has been made prior to the crisis of the structure of the concession model, and I personally think that change is going to be in the offing once we recover from this pandemic. Just taking you back to China a second. I just wanted to ask your thoughts on how the country has prepared for the recovery from the crisis, and how you feel, and how, from what you know, it is recovering now. I mean, there's been quite a lot of talk about how domestic travel is resuming at quite a fast pace. I just wanted to ask your thoughts and on what you know.
Yeah, good question. I must say that the business I've launched in China in 2007 is very different from the one we have now, no? But what is the how do you say that, the fil rouge? That's a French, but I'm sure you understand, no? Is that we've always worked very closely with airport authorities and local customers, and this back to the reference I made before about our loyalty customer base, no? And I think this has been key to our success growing the business in the country, no? So on the day Wuhan airport reopened, as you know, we've reopened all of our 88 stores at the airport. And I think this has sent a very strong signal of optimism to our industry in China, but also beyond. And I know internally in Lagardere Travel Retail, but as well as externally. So I think that's a very good signal. Traffic, yes, traffic is not yet close to where it was pre-crisis, just to be fully transparent. But the trend is positive, and a sense of normality is returning gradually. So economic conditions are going to be patchy for a while. So are business and consumer confidence. But China is clearly preparing economic stimulus measures, and I think this will turn into positive effects later this year, early 2021 for sure. And so on our side, in Lagardère Travel Retail, as the leading international travel retail operator in the country, we well placed to benefit from this positive rebound in traffic and consumer spending. Of course, I believe this will start with domestic traffic rebound first. So we're going to benefit from that first, and because this will rebound faster than international travels for sure.
Yeah, I'm just recalling the story we ran on TRBusiness about Wuhan. I think the headline we used described the reopening was a sign of hope, and I definitely think that it's like it was applicable to that story. Just before you came back to Lagardère, you were working for Kering, obviously, which with luxury products, obviously your main focus. How do you think the luxury and duty-free and travel retail market will be impacted by the crisis, and what must retailers, suppliers, and airports do to ensure this business bounces back?
I'm sure that's a question lots of my ex-colleagues are asking themselves now, and I'd love to be able to clearly reply, but it's too early, I think, to comment with certainty on the potential new consumer habits and what may emerge from the crisis, and How will luxury shopping in travel retail be impacted, or will it drastically change? The scope of possibilities and compounding of unknown is really huge. However, as I was saying before, I do believe travel retail will remain an attractive channel for the brands and for their customers as a showcase or a vitrine for sure. But why not as the last brick and mortar luxury experience? That's a very good question. I think that future will tell us. But now, as discussed before, we as operators, as brands, as airports, and even as airlines, we need to rethink our collaboration and business models. We need to work closer to get stronger and be able to serve our customers. So we have a unique advantages. And I think, as I was mentioning, our network of brick and mortar store is one of them. And so we need to leverage on those advantages.
And just the final question for me is, how much of a focus do you expect there to be on online and digital moving forward, and why? There's been a lot of the interviews that I've undertaken during this series have touched on that, but I just wanted to ask your thoughts.
Yeah, after having talked of brick and mortar stores, but yes, I mean, we are, of course, I believe all, but for sure, Lagardere Travel Retail investing a lot in digital tools to serve our customer. And in Lagardere Travel Retail, it's something back on the innovation question, but even before that, we've invested on this for quite a few years already. So to enhance passengers' experience, to facilitate the journey, to promote products, etc., but also to optimize our operations, supply chain, back office functions. But the crisis, as you said, has really given e-commerce an even bigger importance. And I think it's likely to continue now as people remain concerned about safety. So I think that's something that we need to push further. Sorry, and for sure, Lagardere Travel Retail continuously searches new opportunities in digital technology to grow revenue and to grow value to our customers. But I believe our physical stores will always remain the core of our business model and our main focus on investment. So that's the way we can provide our customers and passengers with exceptional experiences and discovery throughout their journey. And I think that needs to be kept in mind. So we can push further on online and digital and e-commerce, but never forget our core value and model.
I think that's a really important and strong note to end on. Thanks very much for your time, Severine. It's great to meet you for the first time, albeit virtually, and all the best in your new role.
Thanks, Andrew. Thanks. And looking forward to meeting in person.
Thank you.
Thanks.